Namaste students, welcome back to 7th English class. Today we are going to learn the poem The Listeners. It is a memoriter. It is written by Walter de la Mare. About the author, Walter de la Mare, 1873 to 1956, was an English poet, short story writer and novelist. Walter de la Mare, he was an English poet, short story writer and novelist. He is best known for his works for children. He is a famous writer of children. The Listeners is said to be his most famous poem. The given poem, Listeners, it is a lengthy poem, but we have 19 lines only here. It is memoriter. It is the most famous poem written by Walter de la Mare. In the Listeners, a traveler comes to knock on the moonlit door of a house in an unknown place. Poem name is The Listeners. We have 19 lines. It is a memoriter. Come to first stanza. Is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor, and a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head. Is there anybody there? Said the traveler. One traveler came, and he is asking, is anybody there? Knocking on the moonlit door. There was a door, you can see in the picture, there is a house and door. The traveler came and he is knocking at the, how is the door? It is moonlit door, because it is night time, so moonlight is there. Moonlit door, and his horse in the silence champed the grasses. He came on a horse. What his horse is doing? Horse in the silence. It is silence because it is night time. It is champed the grasses. What is champed the grasses? Bit and chewed upon noisily. It is chewing the grasses noisily, making sound, and it is eating the grass of the forest ferny floor. What is the place? It is a forest because there is ferny floor. Ferny means ferns. Fern means consisting of flowerless plants. Lot of flowerless plants there. So horse is eating that. And a bird flew up out of the turret. That time a bird flew up out of turret. What is meant by turret? A small tower that projects from the wall of a building. From the turret, a bird flew out of, above the traveler's head. Here the bird flew above the traveler's head. See, how is the first stanza? Again I read. Is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence champed the grass of the forest's ferny floor, and a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head. Here, a traveler comes to knock on the moonlit door. It's a house in an unknown place. We know from the line itself we can understand there is a forest. He knocks at the door, and what he is asking, is there anybody there? Anybody there? He is asking. He came on a horse, and what the horse is doing? It is in silence, chewing the grasses of the forest ferny floor. Flowerless plant, ferny floor, it is full of ferns. And a bird, that time a bird flew out of the turret above the traveler's head. See, can you imagine night time you are traveling and you are afraid, and a lonely house you reached and knock at the door like that. Here poet is knocking at the door. Have you understood first paragraph? Second stanza. And he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leafy fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. And he smote upon the door again a second time. Smote means knocked loudly. He louder. First he knocked at the door and asked, is there anybody there? First time he knocked at the door. Second time he smote. because loudly nobody came, so second time he knocked the door very loudly and he smocked upon the door again, and second time again he asked the same question, is there anybody there, he asked. Anybody came? No, but no one descended to the traveler. Ascended, descended, nobody came down to answer the traveler. No head from the leaf fringes sill. Sill means a horizontal piece of timber beneath a window or a door. Under the window or door, some place is there made of timber. Timber means wood. That is sill. See, somebody called, what we will do? Through the window, we will watch who is that. Likewise, here nobody, no head from the leaf fringes sill. Nobody looked through the window. Leaned over and looked into his grey eyes. He himself leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. Perplexed means confused. He was confused and still. He standing still without movement. He stand there. Here rhyming words still and still we can see. Are you clear? Again I read. Second stanza. Is there anybody there? He said, but no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leaf fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. How the traveler stood there? He was perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men. But only a host of phantom. Phantom means, what is meant by phantom? Ghost, pay. That dwelt in the lone. But only a host of phantom listeners. Poet is imagining some host means here host, guest, another, here a group of collective noun. Host of phantom listeners. Some ghosts are listening. Some listeners are there that dwelt in the lone house. Then lone means lonely. Lonely house. They dwelt in the lone house. See, imagine there is a house midst of the forest. Nobody is there. It is night time. Traveler came and knocked at the door. Nobody is answering. So, he is thinking. Only host of phantom. He is thinking some listeners are there. There goes phantom listeners. They dwelt in the lone house, lonely house. Then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight. He is thinking some phantom ghosts are listening. Listeners are there. They are listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men. He is thinking, it is the voice is the world of men. The listeners describe a traveler who has come to knock on a moonlight door in an unknown place. He keep on knocking, but nobody came and opened the door. Last stanza. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. Stood thronging. What is meant by thronging? Thronging means crowding. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair. There is a staircase, padi. Thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair. The dark stair, moonbeams are spreading. Moonlight is spreading. That goes down the empty hall. That moonlight is goes to the empty hall. Nobody is there. Hearkening in an air stirred and shaken. Hearkening. He is listening attentively. In an air stirred and shaken by the lonely travelers. Nobody is answering the traveler's call. Again, stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. Did you understand? I say the summary of the poem. Listen. Here, theme of the poem, while we are reading, we are thinking a traveler is coming and knocking at the door. But some hidden meaning is there. The theme of the poem is a place, a man in the universe which is far greater than he and which he can neither connect with or understand it. Here, one man, he is the representative of modern man. See, horse, it is the representative of nature. They are linked with nature and it is easily eating and enjoying. But what man is doing, he is knocking. See, comparing to that nature, human beings, how we are isolated. So, this focuses on man's state of isolation and disharmony with nature. We are disharmonious with nature. But the horse is in harmony with nature. He is representing the modern world. See this horse, it is eating the grass and the bird, see, frightened by, while man is clamoring, knocking at the door with fear, bird is flying away. We are disturbing the ecosystem or natural system, the harmony of the world. So, the man is anxious because nobody is come and open the door. So, the traveler tries to overcome his aloneness and establish meaning by fruitless seeking. He is knocking at the door, but nobody is responding there. So, he is frightened. So, here afterwards some poem I told already, there is 36 lines. From that, why the man is coming here, the traveler hopes to keep an unknown promises. He wants to make a promise there. For that only he came there. After the 36 line poem, if you read, we can understand that. Solely he came and knocked at the door. Though the poem describes a host of phantom listeners inside, but nobody is answering or nobody is responding him, so he leaves the place. So the poem describes the anxiety and dislocation of modern life. In modern life we are isolated, no harmony with nature, in which people are alienated from the natural world. That only the inner hidden meaning. Here, whenever we are reading, we get a meaning that is a traveler is coming and he is knocking at a lonely house. He is asking, is there anybody there? But no answer is there. But his horse is enjoying the grass, eating the grass. Hearing the knock, the bird flew away. But man, again he is knocking. Nobody came, but he is thinking, host of phantom listeners are there, but nobody came and opened the door. So the man leaves the place. I think you understood the poem. Come to glossary. Charmed, bit and chewed upon noisily. Bite, past tense, bit. Bit and chewed upon noisily. Ferny, consisting of flowerless plants. Ferns, full of ferns, that is ferny. Turret, a small tower that projects from the wall of building. Smote, knock loudly. Sill, a horizontal piece of timber beneath a window or a door. Perplexed, confused. Thronging, crowding. Hearkening, listening attentively. Thank you, children. This is a memoriter. You should write this poem in your notebook 3 times. Then by heart the poem. Then write home test and show your parent. Afterwards, I will send you notes. Thank you, children. Be safe at home.